Welcome to raigurkul.com. In this video, we'll start with very basics of Jira, a project management tool. We can also call it out defect reporting as well as incident reporting and task management or your work management tool. There are a lot of names about this tool because of its versatile nature where you can use this tool for different purpose. We'll explain you in detail with one project template where how you can create the account till the project's data creations. So be available from start to end of this video where you learn a lot from this. If you wanted to do mastery in Jira, feel free to refer my complete Jira playlist, which will help you to understand each and everything in detail. Because Jira keeps updating their features as per the market demands, you find little differences. But here I'm trying to cover in the latest version. As of now, I'm using cloud version, but Jira is available in three versions: cloud, data center, and server. Whichever version you're using, most of the things are same, just some menu options here and there, which is the difference of that. Cloud version is most latest version where you don't have to manage anything. Everything will be managed by the Atlassian ecosystem. We have to just pay and use it. And interesting part is if you are using this tool to 10 user, this is absolutely free of cost. You don't have to pay anything for it. Most of the features are available even in free versions. From creation of projects till planning, you can do it. Just plan sections are the part of premium version as well as some add-ons are not supported. So if you have the premium version, then only you can use some add-ons. That's the other part of it. But trust me, this is very useful and important tool. So be available from start to end of this video. You'll learn a lot. As I mentioned, if you find this video useful, don't forget to share within your circle. And for me, for my channel betterment, will request you to press thumbs up and share the feedback about this video. We'll be happy to address any issues which you face. To start with this, definitely you have to navigate to id.atlassian.com, add your email ID as well as details. This will give you options to create the projects. Once your project is created, you will be able to navigate to the screen. If you have a lot of projects, this is the list where you can see. For creation of the projects, you can see whenever I will click on create projects, it navigates me to templates. This is by default templates provided by Atlassian, where most of the things are managed according to the name. If you are looking for software development, definitely you can use software development templates. If you're looking for bundles, you can use some bundles template as well. If you wanted to manage your incidents or services, definitely you can use service management. There are different purposes, and based on that, Atlassian has clubbed in templates, and these templates are widely used across the globe. Consider we are development company and we wanted to use Scrum board. Not every templates will have Scrum boards. If we are using software development, under that you'll find it out Scrum board. So whichever functionalities are present under Scrum board, which you can see it here as a part of fields. These fields are important for us to manage our project entirely into the Scrum wizard. Similar way, if you are using Kanban, Kanban is having different methodologies where you cannot find it out active sprints. So these all features are not available. As the requirements you have, accordingly, you can select templates and proceed it further. They have nicely created these templates so that you can meet whatever you're looking for. But if you don't find any fields, then also not to worry about it. Jira is giving you complete control in your hands where even you can add custom fields and attach within the screen which will meet your purpose. We have lot of advantages when we are using this type of project management tool where we have complete control in our hands where we can do anything whatever we want without wasting time. Let's move to the scrum. Whenever we'll select the scrum, we have this templates available, and Jira is also giving you a detail about these templates. In work types, we have epic, user story, bug, task, subtask, and workflows are present with a different status like to do, in progress, and done. Let me explain you about these concepts. When we are talking about epic, epic is a bigger projects or large feature. It is like a big goal that needs multiple steps to complete. Example, building a mobile banking app where definitely it will consume lot of your team's time and effort. That can be tagged under epic. Then going back to the next one is user story, which is a small specific feature within an epic. It describes what a user wants to do in a simple words format. As a user, I want applications features so that this will benefit to the end user. Within the log sections or login tab, fingerprints, I can access any accounts. These all features we can include it. Next is task. A to-do item to complete a user story will become a task that can be tackled or monitor technical and detailed way of building our features. Consider we wanted to build a recording. That recording built by the development team. Testing will be done by the test team, and the finally user acceptance testing will be done by the end user. So those technical aspects will be defined within the task, and based on the task and availability, user will do their synchronizations and build the automations accordingly. Next, we have story pointers, which we'll discuss in the further part. Let's move ahead and creation of the projects. We'll use these templates. After that, you will find it out project types. These project types are divided into two parts. One is team managed and company managed. Let me explain you differences between it. When we are selecting a team managed, we'll have complete control under our hands. When we are selecting a company managed projects are majorly managed by the administrator. Sometimes company don't afford to have additional admins. That's where they are creating team managed projects. There are several other differences between it. Let's go one by one. If you can see, it's simplified and expert configurations differences where anyone in your team can set up and maintain. But for the company managed projects, we need to maintain by Jira admins. In team managed projects, settings do not impact to the other projects. However, when we are using company managed projects, whenever we are selecting global settings, that will get impacted to the other projects. If we have workflows or status which we are changing it, that will going to be definitely get impacted. In team manage, it is easy to set up. When we have a team size of smaller team members, definitely we can go ahead with team manage. When we have a bigger team size, we have all the authenticated rules which is required for our team. We can always use with the company managed where we can set it up detailed permissions as well as security schemes. These schemes are important for maintaining our data security. So depending on our requirement, we can go ahead and select the projects. As of now, I am using company managed project where we have to define the project name. I will just add 2025. So this is the key. This key is majorly used for the automation as well as for API calls. If you're creating a project, make sure to keep some rememberable key name or keys Otherwise, we won't be able to edit it after creation of the projects. Our board is ready and we can do whatever we want. Here you can see all the projects which is having access to you. You can see it quickly. Next is filter. These filters are making or doing sorting or doing categorizations based on the filters which you want. Majorly here we use to work on JQL, that is Jira Query Language. I've already created one video purely on JQLs. Feel free to refer that video, which will help you to make you understand about JQL. In dashboards, majorly we are showing all the informations in visual representations like showing defect charts, trends related to issues, user story, and other things. This is the one place stop where you can add gadgets, and based on the gadgets, you can showcase your project's reports accurately. Here you'll find it at all your teams as well as member which is present within your projects. Inside the plan, this is a part of premium plan as I mentioned. If you are using the license version, then you will get this. Assets are again a part of premium plan itself, where you can maintain all the company assets like hardware, laptops, mobile devices, mics, then keyboards, mouse, everything will be managed here. And finally, in app sections, you can install any applications within the project and make whatever you want to do. Coming back to the projects, in the project sections, here you can see we have the timelines. We don't have any information, that's reason it's blank. Let me create some projects detail. Consider we wanted to work on mobile applications. That mobile applications contains 5 features, which is video play. I'm creating as a epic. So you can see this says the icon where we can create it. And these epic details, you can immediately create it from here itself. I will show you in detail. Let me add few items, then probably we'll go in depth. Video play, then I wanted to add as a gameplay. Next item I wanted to include as settings. Fourth will be my camera, and fifth let me include as audio songs. Let's keep simple where I've included 5 apex pointers, which you can see if you want to add child items, which is subsidiary to this epic, you can immediately create it here. Else, you can create it from create, select your project name, user story, then status will be to do in progress and done, any one of them. Sprint, as of now we don't have any sprint, but here by default we have one sprint. What does it means by the sprint? Sprint is a time box where we are creating sprint majorly for tracking the progress of our projects. Consider we have a deadline of completion of this project for 4 months, but business team will not stop asking you when and what is this progress of the status. They definitely not wait till 4 months. They are expecting regular status of your projects. Sprints are normally giving the time box. Within the time box, every sprint is having their own standards. Based on the company culture, organizations, they are setting this sprint durations. Normally, sprints starts from 1 week to 1 month. So 1 week, it means if your company is having off today, normally we will have just 5 working days in our hand. As most of the cases, companies are keeping 2 weeks of the sprint, and these 2 weeks are majorly 10 days in a week. So 10, sorry, these 2 weeks are majorly 10 days in both the weeks. It means we have 4 holidays. If there is any additional holidays are there, that also have to be considered. Now, summary. What is summary of your user story which you wanted to make it? Because I'm creating the user story in video play where I wanted to mark this user story with detail like build video player. That's one. If you have any parents, will tag it here because we are creating from outside. I'm adding in first one itself. Descriptions, you can add these descriptions in detail. Majorly, these details will be included by product owner itself. Here, product owner has to start with, I want this product to have this feature as delivered to the end user. He will also add if any detailed instructions are there, any details informations are present, as well as if any attachments or PRA documentations are available that can be included, which is an important part. After that, what is the priority of these issues? We can include the team who is going to work on it. If you have any label, we can also include start date, due date, end dates. After that, we can create. This user story will be successfully added and you can see the progress of it. This is a timeline view where you can see your issues are listed majorly and everything. If we have to create a sprint, you can create the sprint quickly from here where you can add the label and everything and that sprint will be created. I wanted to create a 3 sprint, so you can see MJ2025 sprint 1, MJ2025 sprint 2 and sprint 3. So first of all, what is backlog? Majorly, the meaning of backlog is items to be delivered in respective sprints, or the features can be delivered or developed into the respective sprints. And sprints, as I mentioned, we have a time box. Normally, when we have a sprints, user story pointers are also important. What is story pointers? A way to estimate efforts or complexity is majorly called as story pointer. Instead of hours, teams use numbers, that is called as Fibonacci series, or they are also using t-shirt sizing. If you don't know about these concepts, I've already created detailed video as well as I've created a detailed course. Whichever way you are comfortable with it, feel free to refer from the descriptions. Let's quickly create some task or user story. So I will just add user story 1, then US2 just to have some flavor, US3, US4. I'm just adding some data so that I will make you understand with other concepts as well. US6, US7, US8, US9 and US10. So these are the user story which I have built it here. Consider I wanted to mark this user story to be finished in sprints 1. What I will do, I will just drag and drop this user story and put it to here. It's very easy where we can drag and drop. This is the one way. We can also do it with bulk method where we have to select some of the user story and make the changes or edit the fields. As of now, it's a small, so I will just quickly drag and drop to some extent, or else I will mark it to this one. So user story 3 is done. Here I will mark it to 7. Now I will move these items manually. Let me show you edit fields. I will select sprint 1 and all three user story will moved into the sprint 1. So this is very quick enough where we can update any fields very quickly with bulk. That's the edit field operations. You can also change the status and do some other stuffs which we'll see it in further part. Once our sprint is ready, we'll start activating the sprint. I wanted to keep the sprint durations for 2 weeks. Start date is this one and automatically it will calculate the end date. If we want, we can even set the sprint goal. That is very quick enough. After that, consider our team has completed user story 1. I will just drag and drop and this is how it looks. Similar way, I will make it to done for some of the user story and here we have the complete progress. If you wanted to see the insights, The insight will also generate, but generally when we have some time work frames to be there, then only you will see the better outline. At the end, we can also mark this to the complete sprint where you will get a pop-up. One item is not completed. Do you want to move to the next sprint? If we will see yes, then whichever is not finished, we can see those part as there. Along with that, we can also use Confluence pages for the retrospective. But in terms of active sprint, we don't have anything. That's how it looks. And finally, because we have completed the board one or sprint one, we can see the reports are also there. There are several other features where we can summary wizards, how many issues we have completed, how many are in progress, whichever are in to do or not yet started, which all types of works we have that we can see it into the summary. Along with that, if you wanted to see everything in the list view, you can just hover it and you can see it. From here also, you can change any fields details very quickly. We can assign those issues to any of the users which will get updated. You can also add any fields which you find it's required. You can add it here. It's quick enough. We can add filters, more things that is doable. All the functionalities or action items which I'm showing it, I've already covered in several videos. The purpose of this video is to make you understand or to make you comfortable how Jira works. So if you wanted to learn each and everything in detail, feel free to refer my previous video as well. In terms of form, if you have any form required for projects, we can also build it like collection of informations or maybe collections of rating. Goal settings, we can do the goal settings actively. And finally, into the report sections, we can generate reports according to whatever sprints we have finished. And it's very quick. You can see as of now, we don't have much item. That's the reason we don't see much reports. But sprint report, we have completed one sprint. So you can see the status of the sprints, how many issues we have completed that is available. Epic report as well. We can see how many epic we have finished. Everything is listed here. So that's how Jira works. This is a part of project management. If you wanted to learn about administrations, feel free to add in comment sections. I will be happy to add the administrations video as well end to end. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you think so this will be useful, don't forget to share within your circle. Thank you for watching.